Hey, what's up guys? Thanks a lot for checking another episode out on the channel. What we actually got going on today, it is the first day of the new year, so Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully 2021 brings a lot of people some good luck and good fortune. But yeah, today what we're doing is we're just working on the Honda Civic, getting some stuff knocked out on that, while we're enjoying some Mighty Car Mads on the TV that we just got for the garage. They keep me good company, working on the Honda Civic project, watching some Mighty Mods. It's actually been a pretty good day so far. We already got the used motor swapped out on the car. You guys actually haven't really seen this yet, but if you're following my Instagram, you have seen it. I just haven't actually filmed much of a video yet until now. So used motor is in the car. We're just swapping over some of the final components. Turns out though that the used motor came with a cracked oil pan. So we're actually lifting up the old motor to rob the oil pan off of it to transfer it over to the new used motor. So that's a bit of a pain in the butt, but we are getting that taken care of right now. Then I got the new motor mount too, because that broke. There was a encapsulated nut in this hydraulic mount that just completely spun out. It was all cracked around and everything too. So you know what, it was better off just to replace it, you know, make it better, as Tavares would say. So we got a brand new motor mount in there. But like I mentioned, we got to replace the oil pan, which involves me undoing some of the stuff that I did underneath. Thankfully though, it's not too much. So we're just going to keep on enjoying some Mighty Mods and keep on going here. I'll give you an update shortly. All right, so now it's been actually many hours afterwards here. I managed to get the oil panel stripped off. So as you can see, it's all fairly cleaned up. Underneath is all cleaned up also. Now it's ready for the bead of the RTV silicone to be all around it, and then go underneath the motor there. I already got the block all prepped, all cleaned up and whatnot, degreased and everything like that. Surface is all prepped. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and shoot the bead on there and then get it mated. We'll check back in just a couple moments. All right, so a bit of an update for you guys. The oil pan is all siliconed up, installed on the car. Just starting to put in all the brackets and everything back on, all the lower torque motor mounts, the power steering pump, all that stuff back on. But a little bit of a change of pace. What we're actually on our way to go grab is an iPad. I do fix a lot of like phones, iPads, electronics, a bunch of different stuff too on the side. So I found this one iPad for a pretty good deal, like dirt cheap. And I'm actually going to fix it up. It needs a new screen. I'm going to fix it up to give to my grandma, actually. She doesn't have a tablet or anything, especially in this whole pandemic. For her being so far away, like a couple cities over, she doesn't have any real form of communication. She doesn't have like an actual cell phone, like an iPhone or anything. She's just got a typical flip phone. She's an old lady, right? She doesn't really have a computer. Like, she doesn't have any of that. So when she asked about pictures of my kids and my family for Christmas, you know, it kind of broke my heart and just made me realize she didn't actually have anything to view any of the photos or anything that we took for Christmas. So I'm gonna go grab this iPad. I'm gonna replace the screen in it. I already have a replacement screen actually for the iPad, and yeah, then I'm gonna fix it up, make sure it works 100%, and then we're gonna go out to a couple cities over and give it to her. We won't be giving it to her tonight, but at least we'll have it, and that's the plan for it, is to be given to her as a gift. That way she can FaceTime and receive emails or whatever. All right, so we're back home, back in the garage, got the iPad. Works just fine, just the glass itself is all smashed out. But like I said, I got a complete LCD and glass panel replacement already for the iPad, so no problem, no concern of mine, easily fixable. Got more Mighty Mods playing in the background there. Little update on the Civic though for you. So we got the cleaned up oil pan already in there. Everything's all bolted up, shift linkage, the torque converter, everything's all bolted up. We're just about to actually throw the CV axles in there. Then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna drain the transmission. We're gonna fill it up with fresh fluid, the proper stuff that's meant for these Civics, because you do not want this transmission to slip up. I know on a complete different transmission model, but on a Honda Odysseys, Pilots, Acura MDXs, these transmissions this generation was horrible. So we're not gonna take any chances. We're gonna put the actual proper stuff in here, which is this ASIN formulated special kind of automatic transmission fluid, OEM stuff. So yeah, that's the stuff that we're gonna go choose. But yeah, let's go ahead and get these CV axles thrown in and go from there. So a fun hack for you guys: for oil storage container, for you to take it to the depot wherever you guys recycle your used oil, I got a, what is this, a 5-gallon water jug. Yeah, I just collect oil on that. I actually have a couple of them. And then I just take it to the depot when it's full. But look at this, like, this is disgusting. Let me try to set this up nicely so that way it doesn't spill everywhere. But like, how is that transmission fluid? That is just disgusting. Probably has never been changed. Meanwhile, it really should be changed. That's why we're doing it. Just absolutely gross. Mind that chunk that just fell. That was just a piece of the gasket sealant from when I was doing the oil pan cleanup. But we're going to make that better 100% with that fresh fluid in there. Alright. This is what the ATF, for those who don't know, should look like. Got the funnel here all set up. It's supposed to be that color, not black, like the engine oil black. Like, that's ridiculous. Come on, man. Like, whoever owned this car previously, like, preventative maintenance goes a long way. Wow, unreal. What a difference. We got 2 more liters worth to go. I did, however, before I put everything back together, empty out the torque converter. And then I tried to refill it up my best of my abilities with the fresh fluid there. Just that way, you know, at least most of the oil is out of the system, especially after draining the pan, but there's still some residue or some residing oil in the actual torque converter itself. So hopefully the little thing that I did got rid of most of the old oil in the system. Thankfully, though, it is a closed transmission oil system. Most automatic trannies actually use the radiator as like a cooler, as an external cooler. It'll actually run into the tanks in the radiator. But thankfully, this does not have that, so that's not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of the oil in here. Okay, guys, so it's the next day. I went to the city, got some oil for the car, already filled it up, already put the oil filter on, of course. I've already taken out the old spark plugs, disabled the injectors too in the back, just by unplugging every single one. I've already primed the engine just by, with the spark plugs completely removed, injectors completely disabled. You're just turning the key on and letting the engine just cycle and cycle and cycle. You're priming the engine essentially. So you're getting whatever gunk is sitting on top of the cylinders out, and then also you're getting the oil pressure built up in the motor with the fresh oil, getting the water pump actually moving, circulating some of the coolant through the system. You're not intending to like actually try to start the motor. You're just cycling it to prime everything with no resistance at all, with no spark plugs in it, no injectors. So now the injectors are plugged back in. Spark plugs are installed, fresh, brand new NGK spark plugs there. I'm just about to put the coils back on the motor, chopped off the coolant there in the reservoir, and then we can actually start this thing, hopefully, for the first time. Alright, so coil packs are installed and all connected, all tightened down and whatnot. Let's go ahead over to the ignition and see if this thing will start. I'm gonna prime it, just let the fuel pump do its thing. Prime it a couple times here, just by toggling the ignition to the on setting. One more time. Hearing all the relays clicking, all that stuff in the front there. And, well, I totally just realized I didn't connect the downpipe up. So that's all connected. Everything's primed. Let's go. Let's see if it goes bang or if it actually works. Little ticky. Could be just the valve noise. Probably hasn't ran for a little bit here. Oh, it cleared up instantly. There you go. The roughness cleared up right away, so that's perfect. And there you have it. The car is running. Okay guys, so I'm gonna keep on going on this. Make sure it is dialed in. Thank you so much for checking this episode out. It's awesome that we got the Civic running. Stay tuned to the next episode. What we're gonna do, we're gonna give this thing a full spotless detail, and then also we're gonna give it a proper polish and everything too. We might even rip out the seats, do a full shampoo on the interior, all that stuff. But yeah, stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. Also check me out on Instagram. I'll have the links in the description down below. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.